Hello ladies and gentlemen, today I'll be reviewing the Miku Stomp pedal by Korg. The Miku Stomp pedal is a stomp pedal that emulates the sound of the Japanese pop singer Hatsune Miku. Hatsune Miku, if you don't know who she is, she's a computer synthesizer program that you type, obviously you type in words and it's basically like a piano roll, a very complex piano roll that instead of playing, musical instruments, it plays a vocal. And the character on this box of the product has manifested itself into a pop star, and it's starting to become a world-renowned thing. Anyway, Korg have released a product relating to Miku, and it's a very strange pedal. Very strange idea, actually. I would have loved to have been in the marketing meeting for the people who've done this pedal, since, because, I have an idea. The computer program's good and all, and despite everything else, let's make a guitar pedal. And so, it's a good idea. It's a very, very, take into consideration this is a very niche pedal, and it's for a very niche market. But anyway, I'm going to show you my views and thoughts on it, as well as demonstrations and everything like that on this pedal. The pedal, of course, is a very simple design. Steel casing, has a lovely illustration of Miku on it, despite the inappropriate place for the activation button. It's nice, solid casing. Seems to be really well built for a Korg product, since Korg products, I have a few Korg products like synthesizers and everything, and despite being lovely sounding and everything, a little bit on the flimsy side, and can break. This seems quite rugged and could last. It seems, as I can gather, it seems quite a rugged pedal. I haven't dropped it from a decent height or anything, and I don't really plan to. But it seems quite well built. I mean, the button here could be a bit better built. Like a bit of a stronger click or whatever. But apart from that, everything seems fine. It's also quite nice. This is more my personal preference. The button's quite easy to press. It's not too much force you put on there and stuff, which is quite nice. Like I said, you got the illustration of Miku on the front. This thing takes two AA batteries, which go into the back via 4 screws, and of course you got two mono output, an input and an output, which are both mono. Going back to that, it's got 10 settings on this pedal, which once I've set to at the moment. It's going to be involving a lot of me looking at the pedal, because I'm looking at a monitor which is reversed. Anyway, because this thing, you got the random 2 setting, which has you have the random syllables, which gives you random sort of notes and sounds, and yeah. Then you got random 1, which is very similar to random 2, but I think it has more harsh syllables to it. So as I play here now. Anyway, then we got the scat setting. The scat setting is a very interesting setting, because it goes from one phase to another within this pedal. It's like sort of like random, but with longer duration of notes. So you start with like an ooh, and then it goes to a la. Like I said, you get from that sort of thing. Then you go to Lu, which gives you the sort of ooey setting, very. It's like it's like a very warm, very cheap but very warm synthesized sound. Then you got the La setting, which again changes. It's a bit more harsh sounding in the middle, middle sounding. So obviously you still got the attack of Lu, but its A is a bit more harsher sounding. Then the next setting would be A, which gets rid of the La, so it's a quicker note attack. So. Then the next setting would be Pa, which again changes the note attack. So you go Pa instead of A. It's a much slower, like I said, a slower note attack. Then you got Nyan, which is if you don't know what Nyan is Japanese for meow. So you get a very meowish setting. This is probably this setting is probably the best, fastest notes. So. And as well as that, you also got free phase settings, which if you have the Miku Stomp app, smartphone app, I don't know if they would be on Android or any other devices, but I know it's on Apple, and I'll get into that into a bit, but obviously. I've implemented 2 custom phases in and kept the original third. So. Let's put on the R setting for the time being. Like I said, the pedal. When I first saw this pedal, I wasn't expecting this thing to be perfect. I wasn't expecting, to be super responsive. Like to understand every note. But it is a few problems, and you can probably gather from this demonstration that it is a huge time issue. It says this in the instruction book that it takes it's a 30 to 100 millisecond delay, and take consideration to that. So it's not that bad when you're playing it on its own, but when you're playing it along with a record, it really, really does prove it in a way. That sometimes the time is, the delay is a bit of a nuisance. But, and this pedal as well, as I can gather, is 2 pedals. It's 2 sounding pedals. It's a sort of rubbish synthesizing sound pedal, and the other pedal is a Miku pedal. It does a brilliant job of emulating Miku's sound, give her accents and a dialect, and it does a really good job of that. You play along to a Miku record to it, and, it does a very good job of that. And like I said, like with the R setting, it's a very strange synthesizer sound. Once I can actually play the right notes. Like I said, it's a very strange pedal. The only biggest problem which would stop this being a very good pedal is the time and delay, which like I said, playing along with a record can be a bit of a nuisance. But, you know, apart from that, it runs fine and stuff like that. You can't, it's very monophonic as well, so if you play a chord, so for example, you get end up with this. I think it's doing double notes. I think it's doing double notes, but it's struggling with it. Like I said, you know, it struggles with chords. Low notes make this thing sound like a fairy. You know, this is in standard tuning, and especially if you got on like if I check on the phase setting, you know, and then you play the other notes, it definitely makes it sound like a fairy. The best thing, if you want to get a really good Miku sound, the best thing is to be playing around the 12th fret area, you know, which I am currently doing, you know, because that's the best sound for this sort of sound. It does have a limit as well. I can't remember what the limit is, but it does have a high and a low limit, which it won't register the note. This thing also works with keyboards. I've also got a theremin, but I haven't plugged it into that. But, you know, like I said, it works with dynamics really quite well, and also with legato notes very well. So, you know, with the dynamics, if I play quietly. And then legato notes. Sorry about the dog barking. Like I said, you know, there's a very good job with legato notes as well, and even with vibrato. And now I'm going to show you using an iPhone, I'm going to show you the Miku Stomp app. The good thing about the Miku Stomp app is, when I was watching reviews of it, people were saying, and I've also read, that it was going to be on the Japanese iStore only, and trying to set up a Japanese iTunes account if you're not Japanese is a bit of a nuisance, because since Apple region locks everything, it's arduous as anything. You know, you need to put an address in and get a Japanese credit card and everything, and it's all nuisance. But the good thing is, I'm British, and it's on the British. Here we go. It's the Miku app here. Very simple. I don't know if you could see the writing here, but it's a very simple thing. White background with green writing on the top. You add lyrics in. You got preset lyrics in. The good thing with the British one, you can use Roman characters, but take consideration this is a Japanese pedal, and Miku is a Japanese computer program, and using English words and stuff it struggles with, and just you're gonna have a hard time. Best thing to do is either just type in Japanese, copy Japanese, or if you know any Romanji or something like that, you know, it works with that as well. But using Japanese words, you know, it works fine. And at the moment, I'm going to drop my phone. Alright. Anyway, I'm going to demonstrate the this app in action now. At the moment, I set the Shimakaze setting. So when I play, it goes. Good thing as well, it holds syllables as well, so obviously. You know, notice a syllable, for example. And what I'm going to do now is change it to Pikachu, which is, of course, is a Japanese name. So it's a very simple procedure. Once you got the app sorted, it tells you on the tutorial on the app, which I think you can only get up once, so just make sure you pay attention to that. What you do is very simply hold the loop pedal until the both lights come on, and you click transmit, and then you put the guitar, put it in the pickups, and it makes a horrible high pitched and cracking noise. And once that works, 2 lights flash to say it's indicated it's worked, and once those lights stop, you should be ready to play. So. And with this app as well, it saves lyrics if you want to, bring back lyrics you've done and stuff. Best thing with this lyric app, the best thing to do with this thing is use it for phases rather than actual song lyrics. Like I said, it struggles to, even Japanese songs, it really struggles to understand it in a way, because I got Kayla Kumura's or Kumura Kayla's Butterfly on here, which I played at the beginning, and it just, I don't know what the hell it's doing. It's best using it for sounds and syllables. If you want it to sound, make a syllable which isn't a preset thing on here, you can make it that, no problem. Taking granted, you need a bit of knowledge of Japanese to understand the lyrics content of it. You can copy and paste stuff onto it, so it's it's pretty simple like that. And like I said, you can type Roman context while you got the British one, so I'm going to presume it's going to be similar to places like America and stuff like that as well. This pedal is, I presume, is going to be sold worldwide, since on the instruction booklet it comes with, it's in multiple languages. It's not just English and Japanese. It's in French and probably German. And I remember French, which is, if it's going to be in French, it's going to be in German, and it's going to be in other languages. I think it's in 5-6 languages. So, like I said, take into consideration that it's a very niche pedal for a very niche market. There is a problem with delay, and like I said, and it does punish you for bad technique, if you palm mute and stuff like that. If you make sure you're muting strings that you're not playing, or you're really clever with it, or if you're careful, it'll be fine. The only problem you might have is timing, or if you use a lot of notes or use a lot of things, it could be crazy on the neck, and it might get a bit weird, which obviously which I've happened many a times to this demonstration. Like I said, it's not like I said, it does work well. It works well, pretty well. If you want a niche pedal which is very unique, very different, very, but people go, what on earth is this thing? Because they will, it's very, I'm glad I got it. I don't regret buying it. The price is £109, £110. Just say 110. It's £110, which is about a price of a reasonably decent pedal. Like I said, it's built well, and it sounds pretty cool. Very weird, but very cool. But it's a very niche pedal. You got to take that into consideration. And yeah, that's what I could say. If you want a pedal which sounds like Miku, it's the only one on the market, so buy it. It's very, it's potentially what you're looking for. If you want a guitar to sound ugly and horrible and Lord knows what, this is brilliant for you. But like I said, it's for a niche market, and if it's the niche market, well, I'm glad I got it. So that's all I could say. So yeah, peace.